Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, saints and sinners, there is a saying that suggests that in every life, some rain must fall.
All right, talk now.
Say it again, man. In every life, no matter how good you are, no matter how saved you are, in every life, some rain must fall. And most of us have lived long enough to know that to be true, that rain is necessary for you to grow.
All right, now.
If the truth is, if all you have is sunshine, it won't be long before after a while you'll start to dry up. Y'all ain't gonna talk today. The truth is, you need a little sunshine and you need a little rain. The truth is, there's every day just can't be a good day. Matter of fact, it's only after you experience a bad day that you appreciate what a good day feels like. Y'all ain't gonna talk to me. It's only after you've had a few broke days that you're able to appreciate a few dollars in it. Y'all ain't saying nothing. It's only after you had the thermal ride that you appreciate the ride that y'all ain't gonna talk to you. It's only after a bad day that you know what a good day feels like. And I notice in the text, beloved, it's after it's been a good day for Elijah. It's after a showdown that happened on Mount Carmel. You already know the story, beloved. You remember Elijah summons the people up on Mount Carmel. And he called the false prophets of Baal. And he said to them, today you're going to make up your mind who you're going to serve. He says, I'm tired of y'all straddling the fence. I'm tired of y'all flip-flopping. I'm tired of y'all being with Jehovah one day and Baal the next day. He says, now I'm going to call you to the carpet, and today you're going to have to make up your mind who you're going to serve. He says you're going to make up your mind who the real God is. If your God is Baal, then let it be Baal. But if it's Jehovah, then let it be Jehovah. You remember he called all the prophets and all the people up on the Mount Carmel, and he let them call on Baal for 6 hours without end, and Baal didn't answer because they were calling on a God who they could hear, but he couldn't hear them. Let me just park right here, put my quarter in a meeting park. I don't need no God that I can just talk to. I need a God that every now and then can talk back to me. Y'all ain't gonna talk to me here. And so he let them call on their false God, but their false God didn't answer. And then finally Elijah moves them out of the way, and he begins to call on the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He began to call on the God that put the water in the sea and put the sun in the sky, put the bark in the dog and the moon in the sky. He called on, y'all ain't gonna take nothing here. He called on the God that made everything out of nothing. And when he called on that great God, that God sent fire from on high. And that's what I came to church looking for today. I didn't come to see what you had on, and I hope you didn't come to see what I had on, but I come saying, God, I need you to set some stuff on. Y'all ain't gonna talk to me. Touch your neighbor, tell them it's getting hot in here. Come on. No, that's so gentle. I tell them it's getting hot in here. I want it to get so hot that it burns off the stuff that the devil tried to bind me with. I wanted to get so hot. It got so hot on that mountain, and God showed that he was the only God that really mattered. It's after that Elijah says, now y'all see my God is the real deal. He said, take all 850 of those prophets. He says there are 400 prophets of Baal, and there are 450 that eat at Jezebel's table. He said, take them all down in the valley and kill them all. He said, don't you let not one of them walk away. He said, because I don't need nobody speaking on God's behalf when God ain't saying nothing. And we're living in a day now where everybody got a word from God. You can't even go to Winn-Dixie without somebody stopping you from the church. And they got y'all ain't saying nothing. You can't even wake up in the morning without somebody sending you some prayer chain message. God told God. I get leery when people come to me and the first thing they tell me is the Lord told me. Come on, preacher. You know me by now. You know me by now. I got a problem with that because I talk to God myself. I just talked to him this morning. It looked like if he had something to say, he wouldn't have passed me this morning and told you to tell God. He said, these men been saying God said stuff God ain't never said. He said, so we're going to put an end to that. I want you to kill them all.
Talk, man.
Watch this. It's been a good day.
Come on, preacher.
Listen. Now, the false prophets are dead. Elijah is victorious.
Oh, preacher.
God has been glorified. It's been a good day.
Oh, man. Come on.
If you kept reading the text takes a sudden turn.
Yes, sir.
Ahab gets back home. Ahab is the king of the land then.
Yes, sir.
Ahab is married to a low-down woman named Jezebel.
Oh, man. Come on,
Oh, you know. They all know. Pop used to say, don't you get no. Your granddaddy like mine. You know who Jezebel. Ahab married a woman named Jezebel.
Talk, preacher.
And she's waiting to hear the good news because after all, she probably was standing in the window of the castle and she saw the fire when it fell.
Oh, man.
And she figured Baal was responsible for that.
Come on, preacher.
So she's expecting her man to come in with some good news
Preacher.
that they won this battle. Come in just a moment.
Come on, preacher.
Come in just a moment.
Yes, sir.
Let's walk. Let's walk in the room
Come on now.
where Ahab and Jezebel is.
Yes, sir.
And let's see how this unfolds.
All right, sir.
Ahab walks in the room. Jezebel is laid back on the couch.
Come on, preacher.
She says,
Read it, preacher.
hey, Daddy,
Read it. Come on, preacher. Come on.
come here.
Oh, preacher.
Tell Mama all about it.
Come on, preacher. Come on.
She says, I know, babe. You showed out. You showed out, didn't you? I know you did. My man, I know you did. But Ahab never opens his mouth. His head is down. He says, come in. Ahab lays on the couch. He puts his foot up on the couch. He lays his head in Jez's lap. She rubs his head and she says, tell Mama all about it.
Come on, preacher. Come on.
He said, Jez, we had a bad day.
All right. Come on.
She says, what do you mean? She says, what do you mean, babe? What do you mean you had a bad day? He says, we did, babe. He said, because you don't understand, Elijah won this one.
All right.
Come on now.
She says, what you mean? I saw the fire fall. She said, no. He said, no, Jez, it was Elijah's God.
All right.
Babe,
All right. Come on.
she says, what? He said, yeah. He said, yeah, but that ain't the worst part, babe. He said, I hate to tell you. He said, I hate to tell you, but after Elijah's God showed out, Elijah took all your prophets and had them killed.
Come on.
Wait a minute, I saw this yesterday. Ahab is the king.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead now.
But he says to his woman, he took your prophets.
Talk
on now.
Talk now.
I thought if the king is the king, I thought everything in the kingdom belonged to the king.
Go ahead,
You ain't gonna like what I'm saying. But he tells his woman, they took your prophets.
Talk, man.
And killed them all. And he said, but wasn't nothing I could do, Jesse. Don't get mad at me. He said, wasn't nothing I could do because they outnumbered me. But I said to myself, babe ain't gonna like this. I said, babe ain't gonna like this. She gonna get mad. And watch this Jezebel, she's hot-tempered. So she pushes his head off. She jumps up and she says, you coward.
Go ahead, John. Go ahead.
Look at her putting her hair in a ponytail. She said, I should have went down there myself.
Go ahead, John.
She said, that's all right. I knew you wasn't man enough to do this anyway.
Talk, preacher. Come on.
I should have never sent you.
Talk, preacher.
I know how you are.
Come on now.
You probably just stood there.
Come on.
You ain't even open your mouth.
Yes, sir.
Ahab just standing there looking. She says, all right, that's a messenger standing in the corner. She said, hey, come here. Go down there and give Elijah this message for me. She said, tell Elijah, tell him he might have won the battle. But you tell him I'm going to win the war. She said, tell him I swear that by this time tomorrow, I'm going to kill him just like you killed all of my men.
Come on now.
And he knows my history.
Talk, preacher.
No, Elijah, no, I ain't playing.
Come on.
That's right. Go ahead.
Elijah, no, I'm known for killing men.
Yeah.
You know, some folks just talk noise.
Come on now.
They ain't gonna kill a fly. Y'all ain't gonna say that. They ain't gonna bust a grape. They just talk. But then there's some folks that ain't gonna talk much. And when they do talk, they gonna
Come on, preacher.
they gonna do what they talk about. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's pause for a moment and let's evaluate the text. Cause check this out.
All right now.
Jezebel, check her out.
Yes, sir.
Jezebel, this woman is treacherous.
Oh, man.
This woman is cantankerous.
Oh, preacher.
This woman is domineering. This woman wants to run everything.
Come on, preacher.
Y'all ain't gonna talk, but I don't care. She makes all the decisions in this matter, and she doesn't even ask her husband what he think ought to be done. Now, Ahab, on the other hand, Cardwell, Ahab, on the other hand, is the definition of a henpecked man. You said ain't nothing wrong with being henpecked. Yeah, there's something wrong because he's been pecked by the wrong hen. And there's ain't nothing wrong when you're being pecked, henpecked, just pecked by the right hen. I agree with that, but when you're being pecked by the wrong, no. There's nothing, Dennis, that I dislike more than a weak man. I ain't gonna get much help, I don't care. No, I think a man ought to be a man. Y'all ain't gonna talk to me. I think if God gave a man male equipment, because that's the only way you can be a man. God gave you male equipment. Y'all ain't said nothing. I think if God, I ain't talking about the doctor and you had surgery. I'm talking about if God gave you male equipment, then that means he intended for you to be a man. Y'all ain't gonna say that. Let's just keep this real. I got some women in here, but the real truth is, don't no real woman want no weak man. Not a real one. Y'all ain't gonna say that. You want a man that's a man. I want a man that's gonna say what it means. Mean what it says.
Yes, sir.
When you got women and children, you don't need no weak man in the house. Man is supposed to be the protector, the provider.
Come on, preacher.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a man.
Yes, sir. Come on with it, preacher.
But when I look at Ahab,
Yes, sir.
watch this.
Oh, man.
Jezebel tells him what to do,
Oh, man.
when to do it, how to do it.
Oh, preacher.
These things ought not be so. You don't like what I'm saying. But let me just put it on Bible ground, because you're looking at me like I made this up. That these things ought not be so, because 1 Corinthians 11:3 said the head of every man is Christ, and the head of every woman is man, and the head of Christ is God. Now that means God runs, oh, y'all ain't saying that. God is in front of man, and man is in front of woman. And anytime you get out of that order, you out of gonna help you more today. Anytime you get out of that order, God ain't got nothing to do with that.
That's right, preacher.
It's just like the church. It's God, then the man of God, then the people of God. Okay, God speaks to the man of God speaks to the people of God.
That's right. That's right.
But anytime you flip-flop that, we don't have that problem here. But anytime the people of God start telling the man of God, you know I ain't lying. Okay, so this relationship is dysfunctional from the beginning, because Jezebel runs everything in her house.
All right. Talk now.
I'm trying to help you, brother, now.